Yeah, good morning, everyone. We'll start with a lesson today. Why it is late today from yesterday night? I'm searching for one graphical interface tool. As I told you that is NSG 2.0 or 2.3. It's good. What is this NSG? NSG is a network simulator graphical user interface. That is the TCL script. What I told you have to type each and every line connectivity. That if small some spelling mistake is there, everything lot of errors will come. To suppress this particular problem, that too, here no time is there for you in this lockdown period and all. I searched that particular animation means graphical interface tool. How is that? Yesterday I have shown you in a paint. Are you remembering that? I think I have written some node and I have drawn some line and all. So like that, a graphical user interface will be there, which is developed on Java, that is NSG. There, you can go for wired and wireless application and drag and drop all the components and you give a connections according to the what I did in a find series. So then automatically one button will be there, generate TCL script. If you click on that, automatically TCL script will be generated. And if you store that TCL script and open in a gedit, then automatically the code will come to you. Then small changes according to the problem you have to do, and then if you execute using NS, it will be very easy. From night I installed that. Small problem is there with that particular thing. From today I will rectify that particular problem. Um, in NSG from tomorrow. I think we'll start with the tomorrow session. So tomorrow afternoon I will take one particular class. So tomorrow 2:30 like that I will take a class. I think you doesn't have any thing there. Means no one will take a class. I'll inquire that. I will take a class and there till that time the NSG will be ready with you and you can do the lab programs very easily. Just we wait until that particular time. Now, as usual, we'll go with our theoretical concept where we have stopped in module 3 and we'll do. Any doubts regarding this, you can ask me. As it is good that we are going to use NSG. Last time, your seniors, I didn't recommend that. Why? Because no, if you type from scratch, you will get to know the tool very well. But because of this time, this situation, we will go with graphical user interface, drag and drop, and generate a TCL script. We are going to do. Okay, we'll go with a lesson now. I'll share this particular PPT and we'll start with that. Right. Now coming to the advanced internet working. In the last class we had discussed the routing also. You I have told you that how a routing algorithm will work and how a source routing will be working there and how distance vector routing algorithm will work. You know already that. Then link state routing, how it is going to work. Coming to the next things here, that is advanced internet working. I think I started this already. Just will have a look on this. Why? Because some 3-4 hours means classes gap is there. We gone with the lab. Now, what are the problems actually will be there? How do we build a routing system that can handle hundreds of thousands of the networks and billions of the end nodes. So this is a question that we know that our routing algorithm, whatever is there, we'll make one particular topology. Within the topology, we have made our routing protocol to work, and this is a source node and this is a destination node. It's okay, but assume that today the internet is entire world. In this entire world there will be lakhs together of networks will be there, or millions together of networks will be there. Out of that particular networks, assume that one source will be there and destination will be somewhere else. So how a communication will be done in these hundreds, thousands of networks? So this is very much important. So how an end-to-end communication will be done? Either same routing algorithm you can use or different aspect you have to use there. That's the problem. How to handle address space execution of the IPv4? Means whatever means network space is there, means you know that IPv4 two parts will be there. One is on a network part and another one is on a host part. So how that address space you can take into the consideration? How to enhance the functionalities of a internet to connect to this entire large world? So that we are going to study in this particular advanced internet working. Coming to the next, that is in this chapter what you are going to study is global internet. That is entire world we are going to take into the consideration, where a million of networks will be there and how connections will be established with these millions of networks. Coming to next, multicasting. What is this multicasting? I told you already that many to many communication or one to many communication like this. So our reverse back, it is many sources to one communication. In a unicast, what is there? Single source will be there and single destination will be there. So the packet should traverse from source to destination. That is unicast. What is the multicast here? In between many destinations can be there. Coming to the next, mobile IP. How this mobile internet means protocol will work when you are using a mobile internet. That we are going to study in this particular thing. What is the goal of this particular chapter? That is understanding the scalability of routing in the internet. What is this scalability word? Underline that. See, this scalability word, what I'm telling you, okay, routing algorithms are there. How much the systems you can add to the routing? That is very much important. Yeah, means scalability means here. I told you that the entire world internet means thousands, millions of networks will be there. How you can take all networks into the consideration in that systems? How individual systems will be taken into the consideration? That's then a scalability. Yeah, as I'm telling this particular thing, you should imagine like this. As a network engineer, if I want to connect this entire world systems with different networks, then how a routing should be done. So then discussing the IPv6, that is the advanced version of IPv4. Now in India we are not using, but almost all Western countries they are using this IPv version 6. I'll tell you this. Then understanding the concept of multicasting, then discussing a mobile IP. Now we'll back with the global internet. Now observe that figure carefully here. What is this particular figure here? The backbone of the always the internet will be NSF net. It will be there. So this is a one type of a network like ARPANET, and as well as like different networks, NSF network concept will be taken into consideration, where the TCP IP is used in this. In ARPANET, they have used OSI reference model. Now coming to in this particular thing here, the backbone will be that. And different regions, you can see this. This is an example which is taken of a USA, and you can see here that the bar net will be there. So there's a one west net will be there, mid net will be there, and so like this three entire USA has been divided into three regions, and the three regions will have a different states here, or different cities, what it will be taken into the as a states in America. So like this you can see Stanford is there and Berkeley is there and a park is there. Like this different sub stations or states will be taken into the consideration. That means you must imagine the entire one backbone will be there for a country. Coming to India now, We will come back to India now. In our India, how the things will be taken into the consideration. In India, VSNL is there. VSNL. What is this? Videsh Sanchar Nigam Limited. So that Videsh Sanchar Nigam Limited is a one branch company of an BSNL, Bharatiya Sanchar Nigam Limited. So there it will be meant for an internet. So that is a backbone for Indian network. Now in entire India, the internet, whatever internet is there, it will be divided into the regions, different regions. It has been divided. For example, north, northeast, northwest, south, like that it has been divided. So northeast, northwest, north, and south regions of India will be taken into the consideration. Now assume that South India, entire South India, whatever is there. So what is this? The government, it will goes with a bidding, means of spectrum. So here what they will do, they will purchase entire South India, assume that entire South India, whatever region is there, that entire region will be purchased by one particular company, where he will have an means he will falls in a class A of the IP addresses. So he will purchase that. Assume that two members or three members will purchase, stating according to the regions of South India. Again, South India will be divided into different parts. They will take. From them, the ISP providers will be taken into the consideration. From them, the ISP provider will come. So ISP provider will purchase from the main persons who has taken from a government, and they will give an broadband connections to the all different companies, individuals, or sub organizations like that. It will comes to the end person. So in this way, in India, the internet establishment has been done. For example, you can tell you like that any telecommunication company, for example, I will tell you Reliance Jio. Reliance Jio is there, or you can go with Bharatiya Telecommunication, that is an Airtel. So a ISP provider, directly they are the ISP providers in one moment, but some ISP providers can purchase the net from them, means total bandwidth they can purchase of one particular area, and again they will become a subcontractors for them, and they will take that to the different, like for example, Convergent India, we are getting the BMSIT is getting an internet from that particular person. From where Convergent India is getting an internet? So this is a question arises. Am I right? So Convergent India, they are getting an internet from any of these telecommunication companies, which they have taken a participated in a bidding of the spectrum, and they have purchased that particular bandwidth from a government, that is Videsh Sanchar Nigam Limited. So in this way, the global, means our country internet has been spread. Coming to the global internet again, okay, India is okay now. You can, I will ask a question like this. I am getting entire world information. Am I right? When I go with the internet, means I have a corner of the world's information I can get. I can go with any websites of any countries. Then how this can be done? Like this, whatever India has been done, means now India you are taking into one part, the world will be there here. The entire world is divided into two parts. One is a west and one is a east. The entire eastern countries, whatever is there, Asia continent, Australia, whatever is there, that will be taken into the one consideration. And there, assume Singapore is a server spot where the Apache server has been installed. Now this Apache server is a one which will distribute the means internet to the different countries there. Now your countries will become the regions. So different countries it is going to give. For example, from Apache server, the direct connection will be there within a Videsh Sanchar Nigam Limited. From now, Videsh Sanchar Nigam Limited, the distribution of the network will be, means internet concepts will be done with different things like that. So here, this is a world. Even in China, for example, I will tell you one thing. In China, YouTube and the Google are not directly given. How means whatever the Apache is open for everyone, means assume country wise. When it comes to the China, there their particular point, whatever is there, means node point, whatever is there, that node point, they will install a firewalls there, they will struck that particular websites or IP addresses. Only these things will be given in a country. So this particular concept, so even in India, many prone websites and all which has been opened in other countries is not there in India due to our social concerns. So this is a one thing. So where we are putting a firewall for that, and it will be not open in India. Many things are there like that. And coming to this side, the Western countries, they are having their own server hub in America. I think in New York. Let it be. I will tell you that very clearly. So that is there, and that server will be given connection with all the Western countries. Now these two, sorry, these two servers, the different two will be connected with each other. So entire world information can be shared like this in this way the global internet will be distributed. Coming to the next slide, now you can see this very clearly what I told you here. Now backbone service providers is a not only a single person. See, multiple large corporations will play a role here, and that will be there here. As I told you that Bharatiya.com, Reliance, you can take Vodafone, different others who are Sifi. Sifi is the one large internet providing company which is there, Sifi.com. Like that, different companies will be there. Now you see all these companies are large corporations which will fall in class A, and they will give a contract to the ISP providers. Now, who is this ISP? This is important. The ISP is an internet service providers, a subcontractor company with this backbone service provider, and he will provide a internet to the small organizations and to the end persons. Now, large corporations, whatever will be there, a direct, they will only give. For example, Reliance. Assume that if you are a large campus, is there one big company is there. Assume, for example, I will tell you Infosys, Cognizant, like that it is there. Now they will never go to the ISP provider. Directly they will go to the manufacturer itself. Just that's the difference I am telling you. So directly they will go to the backbone itself. So there you are going, for example, Cisco, like that. For a BMSIT, it's a small corporation where we'll go with an ISP providers. So ISP provider is a one we will give to the individual persons and a small corporations. Now, if you see this multi-provider internet connection, then you will get the concept of the global very easily, right? So in this way, in a country, the internet distributions will be done. Coming to the next. Now, this is one very important routing concept, that is BGP, Border Gateway Routing Protocol, or Border Gateway Protocol. Before getting into the Border Gateway Protocol, that is interdomain routing, means within a interdomain. First, you should know about autonomous systems. What is this autonomous systems? Internet is organized as autonomous systems, each of which is under the control of a single administrative entity. This is very much important. That means one region I will take, that region, whatever is there, entire region will be under one administrative thing and distribution of internet will be done. Now, autonomous system will consider that as an IaaS, corresponds to an administrative domain. Examples, university, company, backbone network. This you can take into the considerations. That is, any one corporation, for example, any one company, even BMSIT will be treated as a IaaS, not a IaaS actually to say. Our Convergent India can be treated as a IaaS. That is, different sub customers will be there for that. So now a corporation's internal network might be in a single AS as may the network of a single internet service provider. That is, if they are getting directly from a backbone, assume a big companies like Microsoft, big companies, HP, like that, very big companies is there, Infosys, Wipro. they will have a different branches and different campuses will be there where everything will be held with an intranet. So one service provider should be there means directly they will go to the backbone. So that you will call it as an AAS. Now I think you have understood that what is the AAS means. AAS is an where a large internet organized entity, you can tell like that. Coming to the next. Now, what is interdomain routing? You can see this particular thing. What is the interdomain routing? Interdomain routing is very simple here. You can see autonomous system 1 and autonomous system 2 here. Now, interdomain routing will be done, the routing which will be done in autonomous system 1. How many routers are there here? R1, R2 and R3 is there. This we have discussed already in a bridge concepts, how a spanning minimum spanning tree will be done and how a details means routing table will be written or established in this particular routers. We know that already, we have know that. Now coming to this entire autonomous system, how many routers are there that interconnections will be taken into the considerations. Any network with two autonomous systems will be taken, that is take another one autonomous 2. Now here R4, R5 and R6 is there. Now imagine now see this, imagine here how these things will be done, how a routing will be done. Here we'll call this as a gateway routers, that is R2 and R4 are a gateway routers, and these routers are internal routers which will be there in a autonomous system. This is very much important. What is this gateway systems? The gateway systems is like a gate which is open to the another autonomous system for a connection. So that's way we'll call it as a gateway routers. So R2 and R4 are on a gateway routers here. Now coming to the next slide, you see route propagation, how a route propagation will be done in a interdomain autonomous routing. Idea, provide just a minute. Yeah. Provide an additional way to the hierarchical aggregate routing information is a large internet that improves the scalability. Divide the routing problems into two parts: routing within a single autonomous system, routing between autonomous systems. Another name for autonomous systems in the internet is routing domains. Two-level route propagation hierarchy will be there. That is internet domain routing protocol, intra-domain routing protocol. Each AS selects its own. Now we'll back with this. Now I will tell you in detail of this particular thing here. What is that? Now, the internal routing, whatever will be there here of this particular autonomous system, whatever is there. Assume best example, we are going to take this as our entire BMS trust institutions are under one internet. Just we will assume that, and the different branches is there. Okay, right. So what are the different branches? Now BMS IT in Halanka, BMSC in Basavanagudi, law college is there, degree college is there, like that different things is there at different places. Each place we'll consider that as an autonomous 1, autonomous 2 and autonomous 2. Coming to next, now BMS IT. Assume here BMS IT again having a different 8 branches is there and hostels is there, everything is there. So there where internal routers are required to establish a connection to all the branches and all, where different LANs will be connected here according to block wise that we have discussed. Sorry, that we have discussed already. For example, R1 is meant for assume A block and C block, R3 is meant for B block architecture and for hostels. Just for a sake, I'm telling R2 for hostels as well as a gateway, it will work. So what is this? This is very much. This gateway is in turn is connected to BMSC. We have to bring all our organizations into one umbrella. So for that, this is autonomous 2, where BMSC will be there. There you know that it's a very old and a big college where different branches will be there and different set of hostel systems will be there. So internal routers will be there. To get into the BMSC to hold that, so R2 is connected to R4. Now, for a sake, I will tell you. Any internal routing you have to do, that is within a BMSIT, if you want to do any routings and all, the routing can be done within this particular routers. If you want to do a routing outside, means the BMSIT, the IP address is there of outside one, then automatically R1 will send a packet to R2 without asking any of the internal routers. Why? Because R2 is in a gateway or a edge router that you are going to take. So each and every autonomous will have an edge routers that I will tell you in depth of that. So what is this edge router? The work of this edge router is that it lets the packet to go out of the autonomous system and to get in from the autonomous system. Coming to the next. Next, the two types of protocols which we are going to use for the interdomains is EGP and BGP. Interdomain protocol is exterior gateway protocol, e.g. forced a tree-like topology onto the internet, did not allow for the topology to become a general. So this is the one thing. Then tree-like structure, there is a single backbone and autonomous systems are connected only as a parents and children and not as a peers. So how a external gateway protocol will work, one grandfather will be there and then a backbone will be there. From that backbone, entire things will be treated as a parents and a child. So it will comes to the sub level. For example, BMS Trust. So different colleges from their different branches like that you can take into the consideration. So this usually will be gone with an intra networks. So intra networks will follow this EGP type of an protocols. Then border gateway protocols, that is BGP, assumes that the internet is an arbitrarily interconnected with a set of ASs. That is what your public internet now today it is working. Today's internet consists of an interconnection of multiple backbone networks, right? It's correct. That are usually called service provider networks and they are operated by a private companies rather than a government. Sites are connected to each other in a arbitrary ways. So because of that, BGP protocol is now well suitable for the things. Why BGP protocol means today internet is with a arbitrarily interconnected ASs will be there. This is one AS and this is one AS. That is one autonomous systems. All autonomous systems will be connected in one thing. Not like a tree structure. Tree structure is good. When it is good for a intra networks, it is good. That means entire company will have its own network and the main branch is there in New York and different worldwide branches are there. So you have to connect to the branches hierarchically, which is a parent branch, which is a next updatable branch, next which is a service point branch and all like that. Hierarchically tree you can make. That is your EGP. Now I think you got the difference between EGP and BGP, right? So we'll stop here today's class and we'll go with the next class with NSG lab program. If possible tomorrow afternoon, as I told you that we'll go, and again so Friday and Saturday we'll go with lab programs. Again Monday we'll back with our lesson. So I want to within this 17th I planned to complete this third module. I think Sunday also, if possible, I will take a class. So I want to complete this unit. Once it has been completed, second and third, the second and third will be there for an internals. So I will give you some 60 MCQ questions will be there. Out of that, you have to select 30 questions, I think. The time will be given to you. I will let you know all the things and all. Once it will be common for every branch and every student. So like last time how you attended the MCQ test, like that you can attend. Maybe they will reduce the time this time. That is last time they have given 2 minutes per question, means 1 hour for 30 questions. That will be cut down to 1 minute for a second test. So maybe like that. So this is one thing. So before that, I have to complete this. I'll try. Either we will stop the lab program or continue with this theory. I will check it out and we will do it. Not things. Why? Because lab program is still, it's a for women's lab test is there. Its time is there. Once if you come to know about NSG, it's very easy to do NST programs. Don't worry about that. It's nothing so big. Okay. Thank you very much for attending a class. Any doubts, you can ask me now. Any doubts? Any doubts?
No, sir.
Any doubts you can ask me even personally also, not a problem. So for test and all, if we ready, so this time I think everything will be in online exams and all. So be ready. Don't neglect the classes. It will be there in a YouTube also. Those who are unable to attend, please go through the classes. At least in exam and all, it will be very useful to you and make a notes and you can do that. And I will send some material what I am having everything uh, to you. Right? Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.